Instagram vagy valahol. Köszönöm, és akkor ezt így átadom.
Már mondtam, mikortól vagyunk ki?
Már most. Hello.
Kicsi leftit kérek. Jó.
We've been live for 20 seconds. It's gonna be a bit of a, I think we're gonna have about 2 more minutes until we set everything up because YouTube is not very user-friendly today.
We're out in live or?
Yes, we have 5 people
that's
watching
cool.
us. Hello.
5, okay, so that's the new link magic.
Yeah, that's the new link magic. And I think it's gonna get shared in a minute. This is exactly what happens when you do things on the fly. Okay, let's wait for some more.
Until then, we're just gonna look what the prices are.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's nice. We just stepped over 600,000 medic commitment. What is the other one? We're gonna reach the other part. Nice. It was
Hello.
Oh, here I can see the
Yeah, we can
comments.
see the comments as well.
Hey everyone, what's that? Okay, that's cool. Actually, I
Yeah.
quite enjoy that one.
Yeah, so we have the new stream link shared on Discord. So I think people
Let's
starting
share it
to
on-
flock in.
Yeah, 20. Let's wait for 3 or 4 minutes. Technicals. Hi, future millionaires.
Hey, that block pass is horrible.
Block pass. Yeah. We know the problem with block pass.
We're aware. Yeah, we're aware.
Actually, we're gonna give you a solution regarding that one in today's live stream. 41 people. 42. All right. 42 is one of my favorite numbers, by the way.
Obviously.
Okay, where is our medic today? Our medic is on 1.475, 1.47. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful if you weren't hodling from 2.5, but yeah. Okay, good to see you when you will start burning. Lucky DMA KYC, good one.
Second commit. Hi, boss.
Okay, we're 95 people.
Should we get started?
We're gonna give 2 more minutes for the others to arrive, okay? Because we just had to enter a new link because of some IT magic. As you can see, we're in the office. This is the wall, one of the brainstorming ones, and we didn't go to the studio because we actually just don't have the time to do.
Yeah.
This just came up so fast. Actually, I was 5 minutes late myself because I had a meeting with New York and I just arrived 5 minutes after the live stream should have started, but the guys were still like putting the cables together. So that was like something fantastic that I wasn't really late. Okay, let's see, 120. We'll see how much we're progressing. If we're still continuously growing in number of viewers, we're going to just wait for everybody to arrive because these are some very interesting and important things that we want to talk about. So that's definitely important that as many people are able to see it as possible. But one thing is that we are also going to do an AMA session right afterwards, this one. And then in written form, you will be able to ask anything. Yeah, thanks for closing the door. Okay, some minor infrastructure things behind the scenes. So we're going to have an AMA session on Discord. So there in written form, we will be able to discuss with everybody and talk with everybody, and you're going to be able to ask your questions if you still don't understand something. But we are definitely going to bring some pretty interesting news now regarding the token launch, obviously. What else?
Yeah. I think as you guys have probably gotten used to it, we're always listening to the feedback and we're listening to your experience, and we're always trying to get the obstacles out of the way. As it happens with everything, There are mistakes along the way, there are technical issues along the way, there are unforeseen events, and this is why it's really important for us to hear what your feedback is so we can respond to it accordingly. And this live announcement is no difference. We have a couple of really interesting things to announce. What are we going to talk about today?
I'm just looking at the numbers, and I think we've reached like 150, and it's kind of slowly growing, but steadily growing. So what I think is that we are going to be starting now.
Yeah.
And we're going to just ask for the apologies for those who were trying to get it on the original link. But we are going to be putting this video out to the website with cutting the first 6 minutes of the video down, obviously.
Yeah.
So today is Tuesday. It seems like Tuesday is going to be our new announcement day.
Yeah.
From now on. We have plenty of infos coming in from the community. We see the numbers. We already have more than 600,000 medics pledged, even though the market circumstances. So in today's announcement, we are going to touch on 3 main agenda points. The first one is going to be regarding the commitment.
Yeah.
The second one is going to be regarding the KYC.
Yep.
Everybody's favorite.
Yeah.
Especially the ones who are not eligible to even start the KYC. And honestly, I have a very, very radical opinion on that, which cannot be shared in a live stream or cannot be communicated in any way. And I'm really sorry for those guys who are banned by their governments. But okay, let's just stop here because I don't want to get political. Yeah. But yeah, decentralization that has to somehow work on a long-term interval, and this is what we need to do. But okay, so commitment, KYC, and some market circumstances, because everybody sees the market is red, very red, dark red, which everybody's afraid of. But honestly, as you can see it on my face, I'm loving it, because that is the best thing that could happen to a starting project, which is not in need of some heavy financing, but is just launching the token so that we can get a valuation later on. So the first 2 topics, the commitment and the KYC, are going to be covered by David.
Yep.
And then I will be talking about the market circumstances.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Gabor. So I'm
sorry about the coughing. It's not COVID. I did the test together with the family this morning, and everybody was negative.
I appreciate that. Okay, so what I want to start with is a sort of moment of truth, and this is when we need to acknowledge the fact that there are a couple of things where we screwed up a bit. And we're owning this. There are a couple of mistakes, and we are taking responsibility. And this is why it's really important for us to be able to hear your voice, so we can address your concerns and we can remedy them. Even though we did try to make sure that the rules and the process of how you can participate in the token sale was clear and we communicated to everybody, the overwhelming feedback was that it wasn't entirely clear, which means that we screwed up. And if you can't understand it properly, then we didn't do a good job. Now, the important part is that now we're owning up to it and we are trying to solve the issue. So this is why we decided to make 2 changes moving forward. Okay. So first of all, we are removing the number of commitments you can make. So until now, you could make only 1 commitment, but we have received a lot of people reporting that they were trying to send a small test transaction, and then only later they realized that, hold on, I can't actually make the commitment what I actually wanted to do. This was a mistake on our end, because this is pretty common in the crypto world, right? If you send someone crypto, you first do a test transaction, and we didn't calculate with that.
It could have been communicated in a better and more clear way, but we had to do such a complicated structure so that we appreciate the early investors, we appreciate the large investors, etc. That, the more complex thing you build, the harder to communicate it towards people.
Sorry. Yeah, so we started adding a couple of like a tooltip here and a pop-up box there, but ultimately we realized that, you know, the caravan is moving forward, so we just need to make this change. So from now on, once the new update is live, we will make an announcement. Once this is live, you will be able to make as many commitments as you want. The only limit that is going to remain is the $10,000 maximum cap per person. But whether or not that comes from one commitment or whether or not that comes from 7 commitments, it's not going to matter anymore. Okay. So this is, again, as we said, the reason for this is that we still want to protect the community from whales scooping up everything. So this is why we introduced this cap. So that's the first thing, as many commitments as you want. And now we're going on to the KYC thing, which
is going to be loved by many.
I think so. I hope so. We also had a lot of people reporting that their KYC process has been stuck on pending for quite a while. Even as I'm just scrolling through the comments here, I can see people reporting, you know, 5 days, 6 days, 7 days. The KYC process has been stuck. We are doing the KYC process with a third party, and we do not have full control over how fast that's happening. So the only thing we can change is what happens within our end, and that is what we're doing. So until now, the process was that you need to do the KYC, go through it, get approved, and then you could start the pre-sale process, make your commitment. Okay, so what happens now is that once you start the KYC process, you submit your documents. It won't matter if it's verified or if it's still stuck on pending. If you started the KYC process, even if it's pending, you will be able to commit your Matic to the contract right up until 2 p.m. Central European time, the 27th of January. So if you have a KYC process that's stuck, don't worry, you can still make your Matic commitment. And what happens is that after the 27th of January, you will have 30 days to click that big claim button where you get your NXTT. Now, what's important is that the moment when you click the claim button is the moment when you need to have a fully verified KYC verification, which means that you will have from now on, if you had a KYC process that's been stuck for 2 days, you actually have 32 more days to get that KYC process verified. And I'm more than confident that that's going to be more than enough time. So that's the second change. Even with pending KYC, now you're able to send your Matic commitment to the contract. And there is also a third thing, which was kind of asked by a lot of people about how the exchange rates between Matic and NXTT happens. Is it happening right now? Is it happening on the 27th? When is it happening? So I want to explain how the process works. As you now commit your Matic for getting NXTT, it gets into the smart contract. This reserves your spot to buy NXTT. And after the pre-sale, once the ticket system calculates how many NXTT you can actually buy, you will have 30 days to log into the website and press the claim button. When you press the claim button, and that can happen for 30 days after the 27th of January, the price of Matic at the moment when you press that claim button is what's going to matter. Okay, so you click the claim button, which can be on the 27th of January, it can be the 1st of February, it can be the 7th of February, right up until 30 days has passed from the 27th. And then once you click the claim button, your Matic gets converted into NXTT at the exact price where Matic is at that moment. Okay, I just wanted to clear this up because there has been a lot of confusion around this. And again, this is not like a super simple process, but this is the process that makes sure that if you want to buy NXTT in the pre-sale, you're going to be able to. Okay, and I think that
sorry,
yeah, okay,
but I think that's going to happen a few times.
Yeah, it's going to happen. But I think those are the 2/3 things I really wanted to elaborate on. So you can commit as many times as you want. You can commit even if your KYC process is still pending. You will have to have a verified KYC process when you claim, which is until the end of February. and your Matic gets converted into NXTT at the price of the time when you click the claim button right up until the end of February. I think that was me.
Yes.
Over to you.
Some additional points to that the commitment part will be unlimited today. So about a few hours after our discussion, or maybe even now, I don't know, I haven't discussed with the IT yet, but yes, probably in a few hours time, you will be able to commit again. So those users who just tested, they will be able to go full steam ahead. The KYC process is going to be integrated this way so that you can commit with just the started and pending KYC status that is expected for tomorrow, so on Wednesday. So Wednesday and Thursday, people start the process. Don't have to be afraid. If you run out of the KYC process, you still have a month to finish everything off. If somebody cannot complete the KYC process in a month, I think, that's...
Yeah,
there's a mistake. There's a problem there.
There's only so many things we can do. But before we move on, I just got the update that the recommitment update is already live. So if you go on the Launchpad website, you can go on and make your second, third, fourth, whatever commitment. It's already live.
Okay, so what you also mentioned is that the Matic price is going to be calculated when the claim button is pushed.
Yeah.
Obviously, many of the people are going to be claiming it right away because the Matic that is left in the contract is, as I have seen in many of my friends or many of the comments in Discord, people want to purchase from that amount. And we talked with our market maker today, and we made a deal that, or we finalized the concept that we are going to be launching on Uniswap 2 hours after the ending period of the pre-sale, so everybody will have plenty of time to claim your tokens, may these be NXTT or Matic. And if we touch the Matic price, here comes my part of the stand-up regarding the market circumstances. I personally dig the market. I always love it. And what I see now is similar to what we've seen in the summer. And Bitcoin almost touched the 30K level, which is an amazing opportunity to purchase Bitcoin and alts, especially alts at these levels, because some of the alts actually with quite good fundamentals lost 80-85% of the prices, which is just like, what? Come on, like how? And it's just unbelievable. And this red market may be scary, but you have to realize that 90% of the time when crypto market is in sideways or is just reaching all-time highs continuously, then everybody is looking and waiting for those opportunities to buy the cheap tokens. And when you're in that opportunity and you can't buy those cheap tokens, then everybody is like running around like their head is on fire, because it's just psychology. It's normal. Humans work this way. We work this way.
Yeah.
Especially, actually this time, I don't work that way. And this is why I can tell you guys all of these. One very important thing that I have to clarify before I go more in depth about prognostication and just talking about the market is that we are not a financial advisor, right? So whatever we say regarding the market is just talking about it, just discussing the psychology behind the whole market sentiment. And this is not telling you that Matic is going to go from 1.4 to 2.5 or 1.4 to 0.8. Nobody can tell you that. Nobody in the world can tell you that. It can go either way. Doesn't matter. What I want to tell you now is what I hear from the community, what I hear from my friends is the same kind of, and I don't want to use the term FUD because that's usually the hardcore crypto guys say that mainstream FUD, and actually there must be fundamental reasons. The S&Ps hit hard, stuff like that. But my friends are asking me if, Gabor, is it the right time to purchase? I mean, we are scared to purchase even the NXTT token because the market is so depressive. And I usually tell them that First of all, this is the time of the market which everybody is waiting for. And 1 month from now or 3 months from now, and this is not the financial advisor part, you are going to be looking back from a 50 or 60 or $80,000 Bitcoin with odds running 5 to 10 or 20 or 50x higher, or 1 year from now, doesn't matter. The time doesn't really matter in crypto. That's the whole point. You're going to be looking back at this moment in the market and just ask yourself, why haven't I purchased at these levels? This is my strategy. I want to do this, and when it's there, I just simply don't execute it. And this is the most important, I think, because if you're not scared, if you put this through yourself, then from there on, you don't get influenced by the psychological background, by your unconsciousness. Let's dive deeper into the fundamental side from our part, from the NXTT token launch part. If you ask me where to launch NXTT token, I remember telling you that if we were able to launch it as a 35,000 Bitcoin, under 40,000 Bitcoin, that would be a dream from a strategic point of view.
Yeah.
Because if you launch a token at a 70,000 Bitcoin or a 60,000 Bitcoin, that token, that business has to fight against trends, has a much larger possibility of going downwards than all-time high again. And it's a bigger risk. Even though you feel greed and you feel more comfortable, it's a bigger risk. And that company valuation will be able to climb much harder than if you go on a depressive market, in a red market, you launch the tokens, and you can go with the rising tide. And in cases when Bitcoin goes to 70,000 from 35, that's a 1x in Bitcoin. In the odds, it's 2x or 3x. I mean, Solana has gone, if Bitcoin goes to, and again, not financial advice, guys, but we've seen
do your own research.
Yes, we've seen this on the market. If Bitcoin goes from 35 to 70, that's an X. Solana is going to go 2x's. DOT or Uni or Chainlink is going to 3 or 5x's. Gala token or Thorchain, they are going to go 6 or 10x's. Eternity Chain, Veracity, those odds which are more further away but still have use cases, those are going to be doing 20x's. Not talking about shitcoins, but I don't really deal with shitcoins. Sorry about that, guys, but those are not valuable for me, but fun. In this case, just think about it. When is the best time to launch, and when is the best time to purchase NXTT tokens and give a valuation to a company, to a business? And from that on, you can climb with the market.
Yeah.
And that is a very, very important point. It doesn't matter if the MEDIC is 1.4, 1.6, or 1.2. Actually, the deeper MEDIC is, the better the relative purchase price of NXTT token becomes. Obviously, if you've been hodling MEDIC from 2.5 and now it's 1.47 or whatever, you lost like 60%. So you are going to be angry at it. But we've lost with MEDIC too, but it's something that you don't sell, you don't realize your losses. But if you were in it for 2 or 3 weeks, I mean, that's trading, that's speculating. If you were in it, okay, that happened, whatever, that's the past. It could have gone up to 4 if the market sentiment was different. It turned out to be this way. Doesn't really matter. The whole point is that you're able to purchase the token at a very good market circumstance. And this is what I told everybody, that try to think it the other way around, as usually whales do. Purchase when it's full of fear and sell when it's full of greed.
Yeah.
And regarding the token, we don't really care if we are selling out 2.1 million soft cap or 3.5 million hard cap. Or somebody asked me this morning if we are selling out 1.5 million and not selling out the small cap. Is the IDO going to happen? That's actually a very good question. Because first of all, we're not doing this for fundraising. You have to understand that this project doesn't have any seed investors, any VCs. We are very well funded thanks to the structure of the metaverse. And
thanks to the community.
And thanks to the community,
Yeah.
obviously. And we don't need that extra funding. We are not doing this IDO to get the extra funding. We are doing this IDO, selling away cheap tokens, so that the community can be appreciated and we can have a jumpstart, obviously, as other businesses do. But this is not an IDO. This is our platform. So if the soft cap is not reached, so it's 1.5 or 1.8 or whatever, but based on today's numbers, I can easily see it's going to be reached, because I can even imagine hard cap being reached or even reached by multiple times. We don't really have any kind of experience in this. I know many people are keeping it on the last day because they are scared of the volatility of Matic. But back to the whole point, if we don't reach it, that's not a problem at all. We don't need this for financing. We are going to give those tokens away, and then we're going to just launch the product.
Yeah, we want you to have the token so we can start working on the product and start giving utility to the token as soon as possible, because we just want, we want to build the business and the product.
Actually, this is not a financing part. This is more just get through this milestone kind of part and get a company valuation and get that kind of tool spectrum that you can build and take the business to a next level. And obviously, it's also another thing that when we have the tokens out, finally we can paint the big picture, and that's what I was like waiting for months.
It's been really hard to hold back on that.
Definitely. So we will not change the token launch. It's going to go forward, and you don't have to worry about anything. The best thing that is happening to you guys, especially the ones who already committed, is that the worse the market conditions are, the more people are going to be afraid and they are not going to be committing, so that you will be able to get a larger chunk of that pie. I remember when we rolled out the first tokenomics, everybody was all over the place, like, oh my God, we are going to get 20 or 40 or maximum $100 worth of tokens. Now there is the possibility, or at least, and again, these are never promises. This is just kind of David and I sitting down and brainstorming in front of you guys.
You guys just happen to see
that now you have the chance to have the bigger chunk of the whole pool. Obviously, it could happen that on the last day, like $50 million of commitment is going to come in. Of course, it's also a realistic scenario, and everybody's going to just get $100 or $200 or $50 token. You never know. But definitely this market circumstance is already helping those who has the iron balls, if you call it, or diamond balls. Okay, I didn't want to say that, sorry.
Let's just say diamond hands. Everybody
diamond
has
hands. Yeah. So I think that's about the launch. Let me check out if we have anything else. But so we that covered everything, but definitely you will be able to ask on the AMA if you have any kind of question. David, check out if you have any questions here.
Okay.
I'm just going to check out if I touched everything, because this is essential that we go through every point.
Somebody pinned the question. The user named Donald Trump asked who bought the White House.
I think it was JH, the user JH87. Actually, I just gave him a 4,000 Matic offer for the Kremlin and the embassy, because he said he needs to sell something because he wants to buy tokens, and his sister wants to go all in with the tokens. They are tier 1. And I kind of said, like, JH, I tell you that NFT is going to worth so much more in a few months, because I know what is going to happen. But I give you the offer. If you cannot solve it anyhow, I would be glad to purchase it. But as a CEO, of course, I'm not going to be trading with these kind of things. So this is basically just giving a safety net to one of the community guys. And please don't start DMing me to purchase a different type of lens, because I won't be able to answer these.
Okay, so we've got a couple questions. So one of the questions was that what happens if you forget to claim? What happens to your Matic? You would be refunded, but you would need to do that manually. You would need to contact support. But I mean, if you forget to claim, I'm sorry, truly.
No, but actually we're gonna have it on a different wallet, or we're just gonna have it integrated into our wallet. Obviously, if somebody is coming, it's a thing that you can see in blockchain.
Yeah.
So if you come from 3 years from now, you will be able to get your Matic back. All right, I can't promise the 3 years, but you get the incentive.
Yeah,
right?
The point is that you just need to contact support yourself if you end up forgetting. Yeah, and then the question was how many days we have to claim an XTT and if any remaining Matic. Again, 30 days from the 27th of January. It's really important. And when you press the claim button, that's when your Matic gets converted to an XTT at the price of that exact moment.
Yeah, actually, I'm truthfully sorry for misinforming the Hungarian room like twice or 3 times.
Yeah, we did a bit of forth and back.
I don't know, maybe I was running away with my thoughts and I said totally different things twice. And today's meeting we finalized what's happening, and that's why it's also a very good thing that you can see this live. And obviously this video is going to be posted everywhere so that people will be able to see, and then of course we can have material from it written down, and the AMA part too. So if anything is unclear still, we can hang therein. If you're still looking for questions.
Yeah, I am.
In the meanwhile, I can, if you have one, just say it.
No, actually, I was looking at them, but most of the questions were about the things that we already said. So cool. I think we're done. Let me just reiterate on the 2 really important changes that are happening. So as a summary for any latecomers, from now on, this is already live. We've changed the number of commitments you can make. So before this, you could only make 1 commitment. From now on, there is not a limit on the number of commitments you can make in the pre-sale. So you can commit your Matic as many times as you want until you hit the $10,000 personal limit, which is again there to protect the community from whale scooping everything up. The second thing is for those that are stuck in the KYC pending hell, we've enabled making commitments to the smart contract for those that have started the KYC process. They've submitted their documents, but the KYC is still under review in pending. If you are in pending, you can already make your commitment. What's important is that by the time you click the claim button after the token presale, you will need to be verified.
One thing regarding that, and I think that is very important, and it's actually a negative thing. I didn't really want to touch it, but as you said, as you were talking, it just came to my mind that those countries, those users that are from those countries that are not eligible to go into the presale because of the KYC needs, they cannot get around with this. Obviously, there are solutions on how you can do whatever you want to do. That's your business. That's none of our business. We don't want to give you any ideas regarding that, and I don't want to know about it. But the official version is that the moment it discovers that you are not eligible, it's going to reject it. So you cannot get around it just because we changed this, and we didn't change this because we wanted to get around it.
No, we actually tested the security and everything in order to make sure that there are no breaches, because if there would be a breach, that would put both you and us
the project
and the whole project in jeopardy. There is also another question that there were a couple people, about 50-ish people, who sent Matic directly to the contract address and not gone through the process. If you're one of those roughly 50 people, make sure that you contact support. Obviously, that's not how the process is going. So we will refund your Matic.
And you can commit again. And of course, the last part, which I was talking about, is that even though the market is in red and everybody is running around like the house is on fire, guys, this is the best time to take your stand in the market.
People always are wishing back for the days when Bitcoin was a lot cheaper than what it is today. Like,
why didn't I buy the dip? I mean, you have T-shirts saying that. It's obvious.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, when I joined the crypto world almost 6 years ago, Bitcoin was $400 or $300.
Mm.
That's the number that I'm wishing back for. ETH was $7.
That's nice. That's
Yeah.
a nice number. $7. I almost started mining Bitcoin when it was $60, but my friend told me that he wants to work more his time on the laptop service he's doing. So he still is with his mother. But yeah, whatever.
That's how it goes. Okay,
that's
thank you,
that's
guys.
a huge loss. Okay, thanks guys for joining. And I think with David, we're gonna just jump onto Discord and we can carry on the discussion over there. So thank you very much for being here. Sorry for the technical issues at the beginning. And
See you on Discord.
Do your commitments, guys. Take care.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye.